What's going on YouTube? And today I thought we'd do a different type of video. I thought we'd rank every single FIFA 22 promo so far. If you do enjoy this type of stuff, then make sure you comment down below and let me know. If you disagree with some of the things I said, then also let's have a conversation about it. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscription button as it helps me out. And let's just jump straight into it. So we have got a tier list for the FIFA 22 promo. We're going to start from awful, quite bad, average, good, really good, top tier. And we're going to start off with one of the worst promos in history, and that was the Versus. The idea and theory behind it were amazing. In terms of actual execution and the confusion around it was awful. We got told that some cards, or even advertised that some cards would have 5-star skill or 5-star weak foot. You had to choose either one. The Pulisic card had that at the start. We're like, okay, this promo is going to be good. Then the cards came out in packs, and only a couple cards got, I don't know, a couple of work rate changes, or the weak foot and skill move got changed, but some other cards just got boosts where they didn't need it. And then that was team one. They were only there for like 3 or 4 days, and the second team came out, which was the same players but the different version of the card. So ice and obviously fire being first, or vice versa. I can't remember which way around. But a prime example was Mbabu. His second card got a little bit like a couple more passing but less physical, and his other card got a couple more defense but less passing. So it was a really pointless promo. It made no sense. Again, with EA, they have really good ideas but execute them so badly. And then to top it off, they had an absolute error with the card. So when the second team came in, both cards were available for like an hour, maybe 2-3 hours, and they weren't supposed to. And then when that team went out on the second to last day of the entire promo, they decided to take the cards out. So if you packed yourself a gold Jesus or gold Correa, they were meant to be their special version. So EA had to compensate a lot of people, which then obviously in turn destroyed the prices of the card, destroyed the prices of the market. So overall, A for idea, fantastic idea, an absolute F for failure, for absolute disgrace of a promo in the end. The disappointment and everything. So for me, that's awful. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that one. We are going to move on to One to Watch. Again, One to Watch is becoming a bit stale now. It's obviously based on real life transfers. I do like the fact that they added in this new idea of if a team can win 5 out of their first 10 games, they get a +1 in-form upgrade. So if your card's 79 rated, it goes to 83, for example, something like that. That's good. But because of how their Team of the Week system works, and they pick and choose who they really want to put in Team of the Week, prime example being Messi, just before Black Friday, he gets like 1 assist or a goal, he's in Team of the Week. Mbappe scores a hat-trick another couple weeks later, doesn't get in. Lewandowski struggles to get Team of the Weeks, even though he's scoring non-stop in the Bundesliga. So that means your One to Watches don't go up. Also, this affects the market massively. So let's just use Berghuis, the Ajax winger, for example. If he gets a goal in an international game, his price goes up a lot, which is fine because that does affect his Team of the Week. But in international games, for example, Holland or Netherlands, when he scores for them, his price goes up. And again, you're like, okay, that makes sense. But if he's already had a Team of the week before or 2 weeks before, he cannot go up. And it's the same for Champions League games. If they score in Champions League games or Europa games, that does not affect their Team of the Week card, which means it does not affect their One to Watch. I do think One to Watch system is a good idea. I do like it. It's just become very stale since they first announced it. Nothing's really changed apart from that one segment that I mentioned. And it's just a bit boring now. The Team of the Week system needs to be redone. The same for Road to the Knockouts. I like this idea, but again, very similar to how Road to the Final works. We don't know how it works. Is they changed it this year. If they could win 3 out of their last 4 games, they got an upgrade, and if they qualified, they also got an additional upgrade. And I like that because that means there isn't such a big gap in between the finals or semi-finals, quarterfinals, knockouts, as well as groups. Before it used to be groups, nothing really done. They just gave us those UCL cards, and this year they've gone for this. I personally think this is better. Obviously, if you're a Tottenham fan or a Rennes fan, what happened to their game was kind of weird, and it did affect that big time. But I actually quite like that idea. Again, what we get in terms of upgrades and everything else with the promo and objective cards, we got one of the worst objective cards. Obviously, Andre turned out to be gold in the end, but they were bottom of their group. And we got Cruz, who was also bottom of their group, and the card was awful. It had like 69 pace. No one wants that card, especially in squad battles, because you're looking at a minimal 2 hours. He's 84 rated, so he's not even good enough for fodder, especially how cheap fodder is. That then leads us on to our Adidas numbers up. And the initial idea behind this, we got told that these cards will keep going up till they hit 99. Obviously, speculation and what people wanted got in the way of the reality. And the reality was one stat hits 99 over 2 upgrades over about space of 5 months. So the card came out in November time. The next upgrade came out last week, being December. And he got a +8, I believe, or a +5 on his main stat and a +1 on everything else. The last update, or upgrade, sorry, isn't till March, I believe, or February. And that'll put him to 99. But when the promo came out, nobody knew if this was a pace card, a dribble card, a pass card, because it was done on their boots. There was no clear indication apart from a loading screen, which is normally there for about 3 seconds and it goes. EA need to start being clearer with these promos. They are a bit lackluster. The objectives were okay. We got a silver star, which was okay. Again, it was a Premier League left mid, which they've given us hundreds of. In terms of other players, it just wasn't... It was just lacking. It needs a bigger upgrade. These cards become completely useless by this time of the year, especially with the promo we're in at the minute in time and how boosted these cards are. That then leads us to the same old rule breakers. Again, I'm teetering between awful and quite bad. The reason why it's quite bad because we actually got an okay objective, Antonio, and they gave us some fun new game modes. If you remember, I think it was Red Lines, where you had to have minimal chemistry and you had to score with a certain amount of players in a certain position. At least they're trying. And the SBCs as well, we needed to have not maximum chemistry. It had to be the option. So the least amount of chemistry you had, the SBC got completed. That's nice. That doesn't manipulate the market and anything like that. But again, in terms of promo cards, it's just the same old cards again. Dembele, yeah, he's the best, but now he's really cheap. And none of these cards, no one's really using these cards again. I think EA got this down to a T now. Every single promo that comes out, they're like, this card's going to be useful for a couple weeks, and then instantly it's not usable when the next promo comes out. And the reason they do that is so we buy packs. It makes their money go up in their terms of their revenue. We buy packs because we want the next promo cards that are going to be better than the promo we've got right now, which then leads us on to team of the group stage. The reason why this is good and not any higher, and it's the reason it's not lower, is because they do boost these cards nicely. But that kind of leads on or teeters on from what I said a minute ago about them boosting these cards up on purpose, so that we go out and buy more packs, or we try and grind the league SBCs more game time on their game, on their servers, which is good for their content creators, or sorry, it's good for their stock shareholders, etc, etc, you know. So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to manipulate us in that way, and it makes you buy packs. Team of the group stage is always good in terms of boosting. Can't remember what actual cards we got in the end now in terms of objectives, but we got okay cards, I assume. Can't actually remember off the top of my head, but some of these cards were real good. And that then leads us on to Black Friday. And Black Friday is a weird one. I'm going to put it in really good, but for other reasons. Black Friday is meant to be some sort of special deal promo, right? Where packs are meant to be, or sorry, items are meant to be cheaper. People go out and buy them. With FIFA, it's the complete opposite. It's bombard you with non-stop packs and lightning rounds. So you end up buying more packs. Knowing the packs are cheaper, the pack weight isn't up, or anything like that. The only reason this is up this high is the amount of upgrades we got, the amount of things we got to do on the menus in terms of gameplay. Gameplay's a different conversation. But in terms of menus, the amount of upgrades we got, obviously the signature stars are okay, sign-ins, sorry, are okay. Again, they're just a sort of pack grinder sort of thing to make you buy packs. But in terms of actual upgrades and menu stuff, that was probably one of the better promos for me. In terms of money and everything else, that's obviously awful, or put it down an awful, but because of the menu stuff and what you could do, because Black Friday, to me, is not a promo, it's just a money grabbing thing. You think EA, I believe they had 600,000 ultimate packs on sale, but those packs being between $20 to $30 depending on where you are, or pounds, and they sold them out within 3 minutes. 600,000 times £20 or $30 in 3 minutes. Just work that out for a minute, how much money they made in that one lightning round. And then they proceeded to carry on doing that throughout the entire weekend, including Cyber Monday. I do like having the hourly SBCs or the flash SBCs. They also help you make coins if you know how to do bronze and silver trading. It does help the market out and you get quite a lot of packs. But I don't like how they absolutely bombard us with promo packs and just money. Obviously, we know how EA is and they are a business and that's how they have to work. That leaves us with winter wildcards, and I'm going to put this at top tier, and that's because the concept and the idea was fantastic. Obviously, taking away the promo packs, and we will talk about that token pack in a second. But take away the promo pack in terms of a general thing. We got some nice upgrades on cards, some really usable cards, some nice SBCs. The token idea I like a lot. It makes us play the games. The only thing I don't like is when they kept hiding them throughout the entire menu. So you had some in objectives that I've never seen before, and then we had them in like team event like Henry versus Wayne Rooney. There's one in there. Then they forced us to do it with a party bag. I'm not the fan of that, and we'll get to the pack in the store again in 1 second. But in terms of how the idea is, I don't mind doing tokens for packs like the 85 times 10. All those videos are on the channel already, so go check them out if you want to. I like that idea. That's not bad. Having a selection of players again isn't a bad idea. But making us having to buy one off the store for 500 FIFA points and 95k is ridiculous in my opinion. I understand why EA do it. It's because people want to save their time. Some people, time is money, so you save their time by doing that. But if that goes well, which I believe it has, they're going to start implementing that more. Imagine icon swaps, where you had a choice. You didn't have to play 30 games of squad battles or 30 games of rivals. You could just buy the tokens off the store. That's where this is kind of going with that. This is what they're trying to test out and try. But in terms of upgrades, were okay upgrades. My 85 times 10 was okay, wasn't amazing. But I do like the idea, and that's why, to me, it's top tier. It's probably been the best promo of FIFA 22 so far. But let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscription button, turn on notifications bell so you don't miss a video. Catch you in the next one.
I'm coming with a vision that's cold. You can sit back, chill with a pen and take notes. I haven't got time for the tripping flow. I'ma take my aim with a pen and unload. Cut back spray, let my enemies know when I reach.